Oh, hello.
There are. Up stilking
Hello.
my song.
Hey, hey.
Did your request get pulled?
Yeah, a little frazzled from working up until a minute ago, but I'll be okay.
Oof.
It's always fun when that happens. He lied through his teeth.
All right, now that we are all readied up, who would like to recount last week for a hero point? I'll give you a hint. There was a witch.
I think she was good.
So true, Queen.
Okay. So our heroes were at the village, and everyone who's there, like I kind of previously thought, were very normal and well adjusted. And so they asked us to go kill a witch who's clearly gobbling up children, and throwing loud parties in the middle of the night. We got there on this advanced technology called a rowboat. It's very cool. And we met the witch, who was just a nerd, a sweet little bean, and definitely not bad in any way, shape, or form. Which is kind of, I guess, it went without saying because they had good in their name, like I previously mentioned. So upon realizing this witch definitely wasn't a baddie, we well, not in like that way, but we went back to the villagers to explain things, and they may have assumed we were mind controlled or perhaps under her thrall. They thought we didn't fight back unless you count disarming somebody, which apparently the guard did for a little bit. But we managed to convince them that we were, in fact, of sound mind. They were the nuts ones, and to let us go. And so then we went back. We told the witch, hey, you know what? Maybe we should socialize. We met with her handler, who was wearing a light pink scarf and definitely not red, which is good because red scarves are bad. And took her back to the village, and everyone's like, wow, I guess we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. And we all hugged.
True and real.
Yeah.
I added a hero point for you. That's a very good summary. Yeah, so you all have... we're preparing to depart from Crest's Hope last time. Is there anything you all wanted to do before you left? It sounds like you all were basically ready to head out, if I remember correctly, but I thought I would
I think
ask.
so.
Sorry, taking an Advil.
You're good.
I think we're okay.
Okay.
We've done our shopping.
And we'll go back to the overland map.
Where were we originally trying to get to anyway? Was it Var or Mithra?
Mithra ultimately through Atar.
Yeah, and so you all make your way across west, heading closer and closer, and now that we have a general idea where the party is, and you're in better how do I describe this? You're in an area with better service.
Hey, we can make a phone call now.
So I'll make
I'll
the party
text
marker
all
a
my
little
best friends.
party marker's a little smaller, because it shows exactly where you are now, which is you make your way to Atar.
Very nice. Very nice.
You cut across. It's about a day's travel. You cut across through mostly farmlands, empty fields. It's much nicer weather. It's compared to the colder climates of, well, where you crash landed. And Crest Hope is right at the edge of the temperate zone, so it is a bit cooler than most of it. The temperature there is maybe about like 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, so right about like 60s, 70s Fahrenheit. If I fucked up that conversion, someone can let me know. But Atar is a little bit warmer. It's a little bit further into the zone. And it's closer to like low 20s to like mid 20s, so 70s and 80s Fahrenheit. And it's a pretty uneventful couple of days, or not, well, couple of hours throughout the day of travel. It's really just walking through farmlands, and off into the distance you see the skyline of Atar. It's not much to write home about. There is a downtown. Let me just pull up the satellite map that you see on your comm devices. And you all are approaching here from southeast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I look up whether these districts mean anything in particular?
Yeah, give me a society check or an Amaryria lore if you have that.
Afraid I don't.
Society should
I'm
be
sure
fine,
it'll be fine. Open or not?
though. It's a recall knowledge, so it should be, but I don't care either way. You can do it open if you want.
I'm also
I'm
rolling for general what I know about the town.
Well, I tried.
Can I sell you on
Ah.
computers for a Google check?
Google.
Yeah, computers for a Google check is fine. So Sapphire, you know that Atar is one of the biggest. Let's see what the. All right. Yeah, you're fine for this. So Sapphire, you know from your Amaryria lore, Atar is one of the biggest cities in the Temperate Zone, which is owned by the Amayar Empire, or aligned to the Amayar Empire, I should say. It's not directly owned by the Empire. You know that it was established initially through now what is the downtown district, and it was built outwards from there. And so all of the other districts are likely to be housing districts or perhaps trade districts. Sieg, from your web search from this, you find exactly that. You get a summary from a wiki page that tells you the population breakdown of each district. It lets you know that they are essentially housing districts for most of them. The district ordering is a bit it's a bit confusing at a glance, because like you'll see like District 1 is next to Districts 5 and 3. District 2 is apart from that, and it is over by 6 and 7. And that is because those are essentially the order they were built. And some of them were divided later based on population or manufacturing. Districts 4, 7, and 3 tend to be the most sparsely populated. You would consider them more like suburbs in a large city. Whereas 1 and 2 also have some like trade and manufacturing in them, that sort of thing. 5 and 6 are almost outside of the town, but they can be reached by either terrestrial transit, like a car, or by a hover vehicle. What you would know as well, Sapphire, from your lore check, is there are public transit that runs from Atar to other locations in Amiguria, such as Mithra, Var, Dagon, Anguta, and Omolino, by comparison.
What kind of transit?
Hover train.
Okay.
The majority of other transports, like personal transports, are either going to be owned by someone or they're going to be commercial. Because, again, farming happens here, so goods and food moving up to the capital or Havar or other cities are going to be on commercial transit that will not be offering fare. Sorry, did you have a question, stranger?
Yeah, it's just speaking of transit, this walking stuff is for the birds.
Correct.
Can we catch a bus into town?
Yeah, I think you could probably, as you walk in from the east, you could maybe try and hike, fly down as a hitchhiker. Maybe a farm truck could give you a ride into town. You could also
Stranger doesn't feel like that's going to be very good odds.
fair. Out here, there's probably not as many buses running because again, you're out in farmlands. You might be able to find individual speeders or cars, but you'll probably need to get further into town before you can flag down a bus.
That's fair.
Oh, I got a great life hack, okay, y'all. If we want to get in, we just order like takeout or like a pizza from somewhere in the city. When they come drop it off, we hitch a ride with them back. They're usually too polite to say no. Get lunch and a ride.
Have you done this before, Squib?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Was this at gunpoint?
Yeah, Rhodey looks at you. He's like, "You didn't shoot them, did you?"
What? No, I just said, hey, thanks for delivering, but can I go back with you? And they usually stammer or give some excuse. You just go, nah, it'll be fine. And you hop in and they just go,
And you didn't get sued?
oh, usually not around long enough for that to matter.
You're kind of a sociopath, you know that? No offense.
Does that mean I get along with people? Because if so, thank you.
That's exactly what it means,
Squib,
Squib.
don't
Don't listen to Rhodey.
And Rhodey just nods furiously.
Hey, I try. I'm a people person. What can I say?
Aren't you a people's goblin?
A
Goblin of the
Goblins are people.
I'm a goblin's gleeple. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, you can move yourselves on the map where you want to go.
But practically speaking, I don't think all of us would fit into a personal transport vehicle.
We might need to we need to order
can
from
I-
multiple places.
Can I connect into one of the primary population districts, 1 or 2, and order an Uber for a large group?
Yeah. I think certainly you can call a van out. Give me a computer's check for that. That maybe you know where to look. Yeah, that's absolutely doable. And they will... You manage to shop around to an app with a discount to sign up, and then you manage to sign up for a free trial with a burner email. So they'll actually give you the ride for half the price. So 50 credits to get you all into town in half an hour.
Awesome.
I'll let you subtract that for yourself. Go on to
Which
District
was this
1. Sig's the one paying for it.
Yeah, but I gotta Venmo him some.
Yeah, so it's 50 for all of you, so you could Venmo him 10 if you want.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, as you cut into District 1, it does feel like you're just outside of downtown. There's a lot of nice shops and there's restaurants, there's cafes. It's really cozy. There's apartments above grocery stores and other stores. It's very walkable. And likewise, as you get into, as you approach towards the downtown district, if you want, same deal. I assume you want to go to District 1, or do you want to go straight to the station?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Do we have a set goal in mind? Anyone?
We gotta do
We're
some
turning some meat
sightseeing.
After mentioning the pizza, I'm kind of feeling we have to get lunch.
We'll get pizza for Squib, and then we can go find a train.
Someone want to give me a society check for finding pizza?
Sapphire, we'll find pizza.
You're gonna find pizza regardless, and see, you can absolutely substitute that.
Really good pizza, the best.
You do.
Are we doing private?
Yeah, do it. Do it blind. To Google. Sapphire, you read from somewhere once that out here the dairy in it is pretty fresh, so you recommend just a cheese pizza.
Can't go wrong with just straight up plain cheese.
And
It's warm, it's gooey.
see, you find a place a little towards the downtown side that is a Persian style pizza. It's known for the fact that the crust is a little thinner and a little crispier. And so it's a little thinner than most pizzas, but they also give you big slices.
They also put pears on it.
Haha.
I'm gonna hurt you.
You know, I'm glad you pre-answered my question. So I was about to ask if they have pizza on a parachute.
Yes.
I'm gonna so I'm gonna go up to Squib and show him my data pads. Hey, little guy, is this what you're looking for?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We should. Where's that?
You see it is about in the middle of the downtown district. So I assume you're all gonna walk that way.
Sweet.
100%.
I'll let y'all move yourselves over that way.
I should go first.
You Brody tags along with you all, no question. And you pass as you get into downtown. It's much more densely populated in terms of like apartment buildings and things like that. You do see some like historic houses, but mostly it's stores, and you start seeing there's some that are like nicer, like vehicular, automotive, Starship parts stores. You start seeing more like clothing stores, dresses, jackets, purses, boots. You start seeing like art stores, galleries, things like that. Like there's nothing quite as fancy as like museums and stuff, but you do see like like a post office and
Hey, they get mail here.
and you find the location that Sieg searched online, and there is someone. God, one second. Remember the name of one of the ancestries.
Is this like a popular chain or like a hole in the wall?
It's a local chain. There's maybe like 3 locations in town.
And you can gauge that, of course, based on how nice the website is.
If it looks like trash, they're a hole in the wall. That's delicious.
That's going to be perfect, yeah.
Yeah. So you open the door. It's like a nice glass window, and there is a Kasatha inside. Kasatha, that's how you say it. And they are a 4-armed bipedal race. And he goes, "Hey, welcome to Luigi's. What can I get to ya?"
I'm gonna dine in.
He's gonna crouch down to Squib. So, this is the place.
I can smell it. Yeah, we're gonna dine in. I mean, y'all can get what you want, and I'm willing to share. But I want a large pie with green olives, green peppers.
Got you. Green olive, green peppers, and like he's manipulating like a sales terminal with his like one of his left hands, and his two right hands are simultaneously like spinning a pizza and adding toppings. Like, he's really good at multitasking.
Oh my god. He can toss 4 pizzas at the same time.
You bet I can, stranger. He doesn't
How do you know your name?
Yeah.
Stranger, you know this guy?
What can I do for the rest of ya?
I mean, it really is the perfect joke.
None of you were gonna get something. You want like breadsticks?
Rhodey goes, yeah, I was thinking like those breadsticks on the menu. Can I get that on like a salad? I'm kind of light eater.
Oh, you're so funny.
Well, why?
No. You enjoy it.
All right, we got you some nice garlic breadsticks, and we got you a salad.
Remember, Squib, the salad is green, good for goblin.
Yeah, that's why. And that's why, if you notice my toppings, they call it the goblin pie.
And we'll get you a pitcher of water for the table, he says, smiling at Sieg.
And Sieg is gonna order a calzone.
Ooh, yeah, calzones are my favorite to make. We're gonna get you a calzone.
Sapphire is like staring at the menu, trying to parse it, and she just turns and looks at the proprietor. She's like, do you have Marseillan scallops?
Marseillan scallops are a little tough to get out this way, but we do have some local scallops, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that should be fine. And like a pesto sauce for the base, and lots of cheese.
Okay, he has now picked up, while still like, he's like taking a pizza roller with one of his other hands, cutting a pizza, and he is also writing down your order on a notepad, like a physical notepad with the other set of arms. Got it.
What a god.
Luis, we got an order going out. And a small runs out from the back room. They are like a rat folk. All right.
Oh, I would say it Isoki.
Isoki, thank you. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, Isoki runs out. And she goes, yes, table 2? Okay. And she grabs one of the pizzas and takes it to another customer that had ordered earlier. All right. And Rhodey pays for you all. He goes, you folks, you just take this number and go sit down, and Luis will bring it out to you.
You got it, boss.
Black olives and anchovies, please.
Ooh, right. I missed one of your orders. Okay, gotcha. And he taps it down.
We'll take the number and find a nice, like one of those nice corner booths. Hit everybody.
Oh yeah, those are the best.
As a joke, Sieg's gonna grab a booster seat.
Important question: does this pizzeria have an arcade? Some do, or at least like a pinball machine or something.
It's Dark Legacy.
It's got a shoot 'em up game.
Oh, it's got like Time Crisis 47.
It's kind of like Metal Slug.
Okay.
It's called Vescuro, and it's got starring a titular Vesk character fighting their way through a horde of skeletons.
Incredible.
The art style is a bit retro, but you know it doesn't have a per play payment or anything. It's just unlocked, so you can play that if you want.
Oh, shit's on free play?
It's on free play.
Ooh.
How many players can play at once?
There's only room for once on the control. Well, no, we'll say 2. Arcade games always got 2-player co-op.
Stranger wasn't programmed with firearm handling, so he's not going to be very good at it.
The interface is actually a joystick and a couple of buttons.
Even worse.
Yeah. If you want to see how you do, you can give me an open computers check. If you want to play, who are the first 2 people playing?
He's too paranoid. He's just gonna keep watch over the room.
Pretty
Sieg
sure
is definitely going
Sapphire's
to play.
really- Yeah, Sapphire will play with Sieg,
And,
but like he's real bad.
Sieg is 100% going to use cheats and exploits that he knows.
Where are you sitting,
Where's
stranger?
the dice, babe?
A blind computers check.
Oh, let me roll it blind.
I'm still sitting in the corner booth, just keeping an eye on everything.
That's what Quib's going to be there folding pieces of paper into those little footballs and asking you to put your hands into like little goals and look at it too.
Absolutely.
All right. So on the first level, you both make it through. Okay. On the start of the second level, they introduce a new enemy, and they fly around to the other side of the screen. A laser hits Sapphire, and your character is knocked out.
Oh God, they fly now.
You painstakingly watch, as Sieg painstakingly carries the rest of the level. Like he perfect dodges like every enemy. And you're not sure it's because he's seen it. He just has really good reflexes. And there's a few times where you're sure he gets hit, and the lasers like just go through his character. And you recall that he went and jumped in a certain box on the end of the first level, and you didn't exactly know why he was holding you back, but now it seems to have paid off as Sieg has unlocked a memory glitch, and his health bar can no longer go down.
Sapphire's way too dumb to actually have noticed any of this and just thinks that Sieg is a video game god.
All right. And
The fact that it's still difficult, even with the cheats, is telling.
while this is going on, the Yiskoi, I'm gonna murder that every time I say it. Yiskoi? How do you say it again, Bookie?
Yisoki.
Yisoki. Okay, Yisoki. Luis brings out your orders one by one. And when you get back to the table, Sapphire's pesto scallop and Sieg's calzone are waiting for them.
When you come back to the table, you see me totally. Well, actually, I should probably roll. I'm flicking paper footballs towards stranger who's obliging. Sleight of hand.
Yeah, you can give me a
Thievery?
thievery if you want, or maybe a crafting.
Oh,
Well, should be blind, but I'm not gonna make you reroll a 19. Yeah, you make perfectly crafted paper footballs, and one after another, you make it through the goal, and then Stranger slides it back to you, and you just continue for a while until I'm guessing until Stranger gets annoyed with you.
I'm telling you, I would have been a gobball champ. Okay.
Because you're at like 14 made through at this point.
He barely notices. He can hold up his hands forever, so it doesn't matter.
I
They're
could
all
have
hitting
gone
Stranger in
pro.
the same place on his face.
Did you like hurt your knee or something, Squib? Is that why you went into mercenary business?
Oh no, I just I've only watched, but I'm sure I would have been great.
I mean, if this is how the game is played, clearly you are.
He
Sort
could have
of.
gone pro if he hadn't joined the Navy.
I'm just I can just tell it would have been a natural at gobball. But sometimes you live your life as a mercenary, and sometimes you're gabalin. So
Yes, Gabalam Minamo, the nation to the south, but run by goblins. Okay. And all of you have a nice, relaxing dinner, eating your pizza and salad and breadsticks and calzone.
Sapphire eats her pizza like an absolute heretic. She takes one piece, puts it on top of another piece, and then cuts it with a knife and fork.
Squib sees it. He's got a mouthful of food and is laughing like, "Boss, you're insane."
Look, it's really messy, and this just makes it not messy.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. I'm just saying.
If people didn't know you were city folk by the get up, Rhodey kind of wags a finger, they would get it by that. He's doing the same, actually.
Who are you to talk, Rhodey?
I'm just saying. He's doing it with his breadsticks, though.
Cutting his breadsticks? What is this?
Yeah, I thought you were saying don't judge, and now you're turning out okay.
Yeah, I'm judging you for cutting your breadsticks.
At least you're not.
Zeke
judging
is
me
busy pondering the legality of what's happening in front of him.
You know, at least you're not getting on my case for eating my salad with a spoon, like my sister does.
Oh no, I
What?
get that. Like it's just more efficient, especially if you have a really big spoon.
In
You
what
just scoop
world?
out the Oh, it's
I'm just impressed that he can eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, and it gets the ranch around better. I don't know.
yeah. How are you supposed to get the dressing from the bottom of the bowl?
lick it out.
Wait, no, lick it.
Yeah, you just stick your head in that like a feed bag.
And you hear him just like visibly sigh.
We call that dinosaur time back home.
Oh,
What's a dinosaur?
I don't know.
I knew a dinosaur once. His name was Barney. I loved him. He loved me. He was a great guy.
Ooh, I used to go to a guy who worked in the neighborhood patrol named Barney. I don't know.
Guy who I worked with. Oh,
He
sorry.
never did find his files.
Yeah, I think he transferred districts because he got on the tram one day. I never saw him again.
Poor Barney.
That's did he owe you like a beer or something too? Because that's when they always leave.
I don't drink, but probably.
But where did you work?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm self-employed.
same. Well, now I'm employed by the boss, but
That's kind
I'm like-
of like being self-employed.
yeah, I'm like self-employed by like one level of separation.
I mean, I just I don't know. I do all sorts of odd jobs. I find information for people. I carry things. I mean, I got a ship back in Mithra.
The whole ship.
Yeah. Be a lot easier if I got shot down, a little that way. I was trying to just save some money and on fuel and things, and take public transit for a change. And plus, I didn't want to spend parking fees in Marcia Bay, so. While you're eating, by the way, Sapphire, you get a notification on your comm unit.
Oh shit.
It's from Eris.
Aha. Mentally searching my name database for who. Sapphire is going to read it.
It's like 3 messages. And it's like, first is like, hello. And then the second is like, your friend Stranger. Third message. What kind of animals does he like? I'm working on a familiar because you seem to really expect me to have one.
Sapphire snorts while reading it with one hand and like eating pizza with her other hand. And she just turns and looks to Stranger. And hey, Stranger, for no reason whatsoever, what's your favorite animal?
This question, the blue screen, stranger.
Do you not have a favorite animal?
This is something that he's never thought about in his life.
Sapphire just like stares at Stranger for a second, not responding, then looks down at her comm.
I think he's playing dead.
A bird.
Sapphire messages Eris back. She says, probably something like a bird. I'm guessing like a crow or a raven, given his, aesthetics.
He wasn't specific, she asks. Like, blue jay, robin, blackbird, crow, raven, there's so many varieties of bird. Hummingbird.
Not sure he knows
Honestly,
all of
bars.
them.
What was that, Bookie?
I said that's bars. Blue jay, robin, blackbird, crow.
Lungfish, blackfish, alligator, icefish.
Look, the burnous comes out sometimes.
I don't know. Are you relaying this?
Sapphire's gonna just like look back up to Stranger and just be like, can you be more specific? There's a lot of birds.
Stranger, you should pick the king of the birds.
Ellie, I'd like to make a nature recall knowledge to remember birds.
Yeah, throw me a blind nature. And you can have a +1 to it because you were just given a bunch of birds as examples.
True.
Oh my god. So yeah, you're able to remember most common birds that you can think of, that you might be able to, that the bookie might be able to think of. Stranger is able
my
to.
favorite bird is the manticore.
Squib is silently
Favorite
mouthing.
bird
Well,
is chicken.
yeah, he's mouthing chicken, even like it's a test question.
He's like gonna hesitantly mouth a robin.
Sapphire like pauses, like this answer surprises her, then texts back Eris, I think it's Robin.
Why do you ask?
She immediately replies, "Okay, thanks," with a smiley face.
Sapphire looks back up at Stranger and smiles and just says, no reason. What about you, Squib? What's your favorite bird? Like, absolutely trying to deflect.
Oh, that's easy. King of the birds, the chicken. Actually, I was on a planet once where they just called every bird a chicken. It threw me off.
Ellie, I'd like to sense motive.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception versus Squib's deception DC.
Wait, I'm assuming not towards me.
Me.
Sapphires.
Oh, towards Sapphire? Yeah, okay, then Sapphires.
I'm not lying about the chicken.
Sapphires. I need to find what your deception is.
Is anyone trading deception?
Well,
No.
one sec while I look up sense motive or something.
I could lie to you and say that I'm trained in it, but I wouldn't be very good at it.
Well, you detect what Sapphire wants you to believe, and you believe that she's behaving normally.
Okay. Doesn't think any more of it.
She's just so curious about your favorite bird.
And after like maybe a minute, she texts again. Does he have any other interests I should keep in mind?
Sapphire just texts back, hey, that's a great question, Eris.
Thank you. Do you know the answer?
If I had to guess, maybe like cybernetics and killing bad things. That's all I've really seen him do.
You see your message read immediately, but over the course of like the next 10 minutes, there's not a reply.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then she just replies, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
Cybernetic Robin that kills bad guys. Incoming. Steve, what about you? What's your favorite bird, huh? I'm assuming. What's the chicken of the sea? No, wait, that's not a bird.
You can clearly see Stieg's plushie, which is a penguin.
Shit, he's a Linux user.
I mean, he's a programmer. It's obvious, right? Same as me. And Rhodey holds out his arm for a fist bump.
Sure.
If you two are programmers, aren't you supposed to have those socks or whatever?
I mean, I wear socks with my boots. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's like the special socks, you know?
I mean,
The stripy ones.
I've never heard of special socks. And he goes to think. He's gonna make a computer's lore check. Huh. And he kind of thinks, I'll have to look that up back when we get to Mithra. Oh, shit. Let me check the train times. Speaking of, and he pulls out his communicator. Well, his phone. And he starts looking through train times. We got one leaving in a couple hours. Do you want to try and catch that one?
Sure, I'm ready to go. I'm fed.
All right. Looks like the fare is gonna be 100 credits each. You guys okay with that?
Sure.
He says,
Is that a scam?
reserve, pay at station. He like talks out loud as he taps his data pad.
Sapphire mourns the lack of an expense account. Where's her vestige per diem?
Gotta get someone from the church to clear that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could probably expense this when you get back to Mithra if you talk to someone.
Mhm. Sapphire saves her receipts for the pizza and everything. This is a business.
I mean, you can probably call Rose and see if she'll set up an expense for you too.
I'm gonna delete.
Oh yeah, she
100.
hasn't tried calling Rose since they made it back to civilization.
You said 100 credits, right?
Yeah, but that'll be when you get to the station. Are you gonna try and call Rose? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, Sapphire's gonna see if she can call Rose while they're on their way to the station.
Okay. You click the call button on Rose and put your phone up to your ear, and by the time it is at your ear, you hear her voicemail.
Like it didn't ring at all.
Yeah, it went straight to voicemail. Like her phone's off.
Sapphire squints at her phone. Like, that's unusual.
What, boss?
And Rose is not the type of person to not answer calls. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's on a call and I got call waiting, which is rude. I think she'd actually answer the phone for her bestie, but
That's messed up.
it is messed up. I agree. I'll give her a good talking to when we get to Mithra. And by that I mean I'll forgive her instantly, but that's okay.
Can you send a text or whatever? Can you send her a little, one of those little frowny, angry faces?
I could send her a text. Sapphire's gonna text Rose and just be like, "Where you at?"
Yeah, you send her a text.
Okay, now she's obligated to respond by the laws of girl power.
How that works?
There's
good to
laws to
know.
girl power, Rhodey says.
Yeah, there's laws to everything, Rhodey.
Does that mean you can break them too?
Yeah, of course.
That's
That's part of the fun.
Don't think that'll be relevant to me, but thank you for the heads up.
Look, you're already breaking the laws to girl power, Rhodey.
What does that mean?
Well, the first law is be a girl.
And he just kind of like stares like at the table. Now Rhodey's blue screening. He didn't think about things being at such a high level already.
Now, what if you're a goblin?
Oh, that's a whole different set of rules.
I mean, there's girl goblins too.
Yeah, gerblins.
There
Oh,
are
they're just
goblins.
They're just called goblins. I worked with one on my life.
Well, yes, but you have to have a cooler name for everything.
Yeah, there's goblins and goblins and non-gob.
All right. I'll wait for y'all outside, and Rhodey gets up.
Well, we should probably go make sure we catch the train.
Yeah.
It's been fun, but it's time for a relaxing. Ooh. Wait, boss, we could do a heist, couldn't we? We do a train heist. I'm not saying we heist the train. I'm just saying if someone else tries to heist it, we can stop it.
Let's not heist the train, but if someone else heists it, they'll be lucky that we're there.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, like they'll be lucky, or the train will be lucky?
The train will be lucky.
Okay, just clarifying.
Yeah. But maybe we can find a bad train somewhere and heist it if you want.
That would be pretty cool. It's been on my bucket list.
What makes a train bad?
The people on it.
If it's non-sustainable energy.
Rhodey will be outside waiting for all of you. And he kind of like looks in and sees you all like hands waving, like plans being drawn. You can just kind of see like he looks a little concerned outside, but you know it's better at this point.
Rhodey's real for that. All right. We've got a little walk to do, so let's go.
Yep. And you walk. It's about 40 minutes across town. Again, you walk by just cute little shops and things like that, gift shops, and especially as you get closer to like town hall, it's more like historic Atar, and you see like pictures of it like before flight was discovered, and like it's been a farming town for a while. It's just never really grew into a big metropolis or anything.
Unfortunately, we have a train to catch.
Yeah, and you do make your way over to Atar Station. And you find yourself on the street here, and you do see a large hover train pulled in, and you see some conductors up on the platform. All aboard! Tickets please! The Flying Pussyfoot leaving in 40 minutes! Let's get the train on the way! Tickets!
I'm assuming that these are benignly reused tokens.
Yes. I have one folder of like 30 commoner tokens that I made, and I
Okay, just checking before I.
Yeah, no. If you see this
Or
kind of
ends
token,
by-
they're not anyone specific. Whenever I drag one down, it makes a different one every time. So
Okay.
Our shape-shifting friend.
It's been a while since I've been on a train. Our last public transport didn't go great, but I'm sure this one will.
I hope so, because this is already on land. I don't know what happens if it crashes. Well, I know what happens, but I don't want to think about it.
I just miss the hustle and bustle. The Bacano. I heard
Thank
flying
you.
pussyfoot.
You did hear the name of the train is the Flying Pussyfoot.
Activated neurons in my brain.
Tickets, please. If you haven't paid for your ticket, please pay now. The railway staff says as she greets you.
I paid for my ticket.
I don't think I paid for mine yet, so I will pay for it now.
Yeah, it's 100 credits for your ticket.
thrown 100 silver into the ether.
Goodbye, money.
Okay. Yep, we'll be getting underway pretty soon. Getting out of here in like probably 15, 20 minutes. At the latest 40. 40 is the official scheduled time, but if everyone's on board, we'll go ahead and leave early.
I was half expecting it to teleport me somewhere.
The train.
Not quite. I'm gonna have to do. So y'all get on the train. I'm gonna load the next map. And
Nothing
you
could
are
possibly
on your
go
way
wrong.
Oh,
as you pull out of the station
Train.
into the train here. Did you all? Yeah, you can all see on the train. Okay. Let's say I have a top layer.
I didn't move before I saw it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you pull away from the station, and it's on guiding rails, which are kind of like beacons guiding it out, like you might expect a plane to have. And then it takes off, and it is quickly moving. You just see the temperate zone fade away, and you are back in the snow.
Sapphire's
snow's-
face is just pressed against the glass.
You know, boss, the snow's pretty beautiful when we're not in the middle of it.
It's beautiful when you're in the middle of it too, and properly prepared for the cold.
That's fair. We weren't.
No, we also just crashed from a, spaceship, and
Not ideal.
everything was fine.
That's true. I'm sure if this train horribly crashed, we'd be fine as well.
Don't put those things out into the ether, Squib. It's bad luck.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Sometimes get this rattling in your head like something is about to go horribly wrong.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
is there network access on this train?
yeah, there's Wi-Fi.
Okay, so I'd like to take out my comm unit and Rudy sent us that text about the red scarf court. I'd like to just see what I can find.
Okay, give me a computers check, preferably blind.
Can I sell you on diplomacy for gather information?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just
can
warn you
find-
now. I don't know how to use a computer.
That's okay. There are assistants and chat services you can connect to that might be able to assist you with basic information gathering.
I think it's secret.
All right. So what sort of information are you looking for? About the Red Scarves in specific?
If there's been any recent activity by them, I guess.
It's the chatbot is happy to tell you about the organization, but it says that it is the information you asked for it doesn't have access to, and those are probably proprietary or confidential. But it does pull some recent headlines where they're mentioned from like the past 2 months.
That'll do, perfect.
You don't really see the starship mentioned. Like you can pull that up, but they're not mentioned by name. But you can see some other things.
Fascinating.
While you're reading, you notice that Sapphire's phone is out and she's pointing it at you.
Pointing like the camera, or
Pointing the camera at you.
I'll just send her a text message and say, "What are you doing?"
Sapphire responds with like the picture she just took of Stranger, like documenting our adventure.
yeah, come on. It's just a little
This is highly suspicious behavior.
Adventure. I mean, this is kind of the end of this arc. We're gonna go to Mithra, and well, I mean, I'm
Well,
around
you
if you guys want to help or anything, but
You have to document the end too, Rhodey.
yeah, I'm not on Instakilo. I try and make a habit of not being on social media.
I think I'm legally required to.
Yeah, that checks out. I'm not surprised. Well, what are you all gonna do when we get there?
Message is just a super influencer.
Well, I guess continue my employment should there be opportunity. I got nothing else going on.
Well, there's plenty of opportunity to, I guess, be my bodyguard. Vestiges sometimes have to do some real dangerous stuff.
And I'm perfect at dealing with dangerous stuff.
Mm-hmm. But it's all in the name of helping people, Squib. So you have to be able to devote yourself to the greater good forever.
Yeah, if it's in the job description, that's easy.
Oh, okay.
Follow
Well,
it.
good.
I mean, have I always been good at the job description? It's mostly because they don't define things. Then I do it and they go, hey, we didn't want you to do that. And you go, oh, you didn't say I couldn't.
Well, sometimes you have to, you know, make good choices about these things.
No, you know what? Because boss, you treated me great. I will err on the side of using my brain.
Good. I'm glad.
Sapphire, you do snap a picture of Stranger reading his data pad or his phone or whichever device before he looks up at you, and I assume you're sending it to the intended recipient.
Mm-hmm.
They
It
reply
could
back
literally be anyone.
they reply back with a question mark.
Can Squib roll to see if he notices what's going on the phone because he's nosy?
Sapphire just sends a smiley face back.
They send one back, and you wanna see if you can tell what's going on Sapphire's phone.
Yeah, I want to roll.
Yeah, give me a blind perception. For that, it's just the perception above the initiative.
Little eyeball too.
Yeah, you can glance over. I assume, are you trying to protect your phone, Sapphire?
I mean, I feel like she's trying to, but is probably not doing very well considering that stealth roll earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is against your deception DC. Yeah, you can see a chat message up, a conversation with Eris that you talked with earlier, and you watched her text a picture of Stranger to her, and you see the question mark and then the smiley face and the smiley face back.
Oh, boss, you never told us what your favorite bird was.
And then Eris also said, she replies back and she says, "Thank you. Your friend is really cool."
Sapphire just sends another smiley face.
And then she sends a question mark.
Sapphire just...
"Are you in a good mood?" She replies.
Well, yeah, we're going home.
And she replies, "Have a safe trip." Smiley face.
Sapphire sends you two back, and then is like, oh, fuck.
What are you gonna say, Squib?
He laughs and then he nudges Sapphire like, you didn't tell us what your favorite bird was, huh? Is there a feathered creature called the Matchmaker?
Rhodey is just kind of looking at both of you like, those two are having fun.
Sapphire just winks at Squib.
I'm just saying, I'm down to help with whatever that is, okay?
Don't worry, I think I've got it under control for now.
Okay.
It's really not that hard. Well, at least Eris's side isn't.
That's true. A bit of a wall that you're kind of
Are you two trying to keep
Up
this
against.
conversation a secret?
like half hushed.
Stage
It's like it's more
whispers.
a stage
Uh,
whisper.
You can roll me a stealth if you want to try and keep it from Stranger, Rhodey, or Sieg from hearing it. It's a blind stealth. Okay, stranger, you see Sapphire talking, but you can't really pick up what she's saying. Likewise, Rhodey can kind of catch bits and pieces. He doesn't say anything. Likewise, Sieg, you all. You also, Rhodey cannot tell what. You certainly can't tell what Squib's saying. And then, yeah, Sieg, you also, likewise, you can kind of hear bits of conversation, but you can't piece together anything important. It just sounds like they're kind of like whispering and gossiping, like.
He doesn't like having his picture taken, but he's not trying to read lips or anything.
Yeah.
About that, I would like to read lips.
Oh, okay. Then you can absolutely tell what they're talking about. Sieg. On a train like this, it's absolutely no problem. Like, they are kind of facing each other and away from you, but you can 100% pick up what Sieg is saying, and Sapphire's probably not completely turned that way. She's, like, looking at her phone, so.
Your move, buddy.
I want to hack into Sapphire's phone.
Oh God!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Escalate.
Give me a computer's DC. Or computer's check. DC. I'm so good at. You critically succeed at hacking Sapphire's phone, so you're able to see her screen and issue commands.
Sapphire's.
Yeah, I just want to leave her phone as an app on my screen, on my my datapad.
Yeah, you can create a permanent backdoor with that roll.
Oh no!
That's like a double critical success. I'm using the item level as the DC. That's a standard comm unit.
You think
With that, I'd like to look up this Rose person.
Well, the information you get. Oh God, hold on. Let me see if I gave her a last name.
I don't think you
No.
did.
But you find Rose. You're able to do a quick cross check. You find that she is a vestige. And while Googling, you find something else with that name.
What's some funny Google searches that Sapphire is gonna have leaks to him?
Sapphire's like search history is the absolute most mundane thing ever. It's like an old person's phone.
So,
It's like how to cut a cookie. And
for some reason, Sapphire's search history only goes back the past day at any given time.
Sapphire doesn't know why this happens.
Sapphire, somebody told you that for a vestige issued device, it has some basic security measures.
Oh, good. Keep her from herself.
That said, she bypassed them with no issue, but if things are deleted, then they're, deleted.
Also, we're saying Googling. I'm assuming it's because it was a search engine made by a Goblin engineer.
You're all saying Googling. I'm not saying Googling.
We said Googling a little bit ago.
Goblining.
Gobble it.
Zoogling.
I considered saying Goober Maps earlier, but
Goober Maps.
All right. You're about an hour out, maybe less. and you feel a little bit of like a dunk, dunk is like the train rattles a little bit. And the conductor comes on and just says, "Hey, folks, sorry, just a little bit of rough weather as we're coming into Amiguria and Mithra. Sorry, my brain. It's like the person narrating me doesn't know they're on. Anyway, in Mithra, just sit tight and it should clear up soon. Yeah. And as you all are on your phones, none of you immediately notice this, but a ship pulls up next to the train.
Oh no. Sapphire is in the middle of showing Squib like pictures from Marcy Bay. This was the mermaid I met. Oh god, what the?
None of you have
Oh.
quite noticed this because you're looking at your phones. You all failed the
Trauma
perception check
here.
for this. Move that over.
The mermaids are real?
Yeah, they're real.
That's
Of
awesome.
course. I mean,
Being a
I've only
mermaid.
seen them on Marcy Bay. She was like taking a nap on my solar panel on the boat. But she was very nice.
Gotta meet this mermaid sometime.
You should.
And all of you catch for just a moment this ship as you see a heavy roto laser begin spinning up on the side of it. And I am going to need everybody on this train car to make a reflex save. No, not yet.
Oh,
Well, you can keep that.
Yeah, maybe I.
Don't let me put it in chat, guys. Please.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just trying to get the effect off the token, and I forgot where I put it. I have a cool effect for this and everything.
Ooh.
Here. You can use your previous results if you've already rolled it.
I'm hero pointing that one.
So,
I don't know what kind of result it is, but I'm probably hero pointing it.
yeah. So it'll be taking fire damage. If you pass, you take half of this. Sapphire, you failed as is, so you'll be taking the full.
That's fine. We'll take that.
This guts out the right side of this. Oh yeah, Rody needs to make this too. 1 second. This guts out the side of this, and we are going to roll for initiative. One sec while I... So before any further hostilities start, each of you will get 6 actions, and you'll have your reactions at the start of this fight.
Oh. That's a lot of actions.
I was gonna say, ooh, can I use reflex for initiative? But it doesn't matter. It's the same number.
Sapphire Googling how to hero point initiative.
Actually, can I use my reflex save as my initiative?
I don't think you can use a reflex save.
Let's shut up.
Sorry, I'm doing a lot of background work right now. Look at that cone. Ah, 1 second. Okay. What if anything do you want to do with your 6 actions before I actually start this?
6 actions.
So first up is going to be, you can do them in any order, but technically Sieg is first in initiative right now.
Okay, we'll just decide in initiative order then.
Do I know how far away this thing is from the train?
It's about... Are you trying to ask about remote access?
Just a general, like, how close did they get? Like, I doubt I'm going to be able to remote access, but I just want to know how close they got.
Yeah, they're flying pretty close to the train. It's about 30-40 feet, if you had to guess. I did position this if you want to try and remote access into this. It is possible.
That sounds like a great idea. Okay. I assumed I wouldn't. I assumed it would be somewhere in the realm of like 50 plus feet.
Yeah, no, it's just barely close enough they're able to.
I assume I would have to move up a little bit to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put yourself right on the edge of this. I'll keep the wall here just so you don't accidentally fall off the train, but you can basically move around.
All right. Well, I will move there. I will spend an action to spawn the Tuit.
Oh god, there we go. Okay.
I will put my Tuit. Let me get myself on the grid so it'll be easier to move around.
Yeah, I just changed the map over to a grid so you can all position yourself.
I would like to use my third action to recall knowledge on what kind of vehicle this is.
Yeah,
Can I sell you on a tech lore?
that's a little too broad for this. I would say
That's fair.
I'd say society or crafting. Okay, you were able to decipher that bit. Sorry, able to decipher. This looks like some sort of gunship. It's commercially available, but you know that it has a good number of weapons on it, and it probably also can carry a good number of people. So this showing up by itself is a little unusual. And you said you wanted to also hack?
Yes, I would like to upload virus.
Okay, give me that. I think it's computer check. I know I fixed
Indeed.
I know I fixed the upload virus.
And I'm going to choose override access.
All right. I did give this a will.
It's going to be a long shot, but I'm going to hero point that. I don't think that's high enough.
Go for it. All right. The specific turret is controlled until the
What's the arc of the turret?
until the end of your next turn. Start. I don't know what I wrote there. Anyway, the arc is not super broad. It's about. I'm just gonna draw this. Here to here. The most you can get this to do is it's right now it's overheated, so it can't fire. But you can probably shut it down.
Is upload virus one action or two? It's two.
Two
Okay.
actions, yeah.
All right. One more action.
All right, what's your last action?
I am going to take cover.
Behind to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Some combination of behind to it and like around the outlines of the windows.
Okay. The wind, like this whole side is shot out.
That's fair.
Okay. I'm gonna put actual combat music on if we're going through.
For once per turn activities, is this 1 turn or 2?
1 in this case.
That sucks. Okay.
You're getting pre-fight prep, so don't take it for granted.
Okay, can I change my shift eminence based on that?
Mhm.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I want to go Scar instead. I will use no Scar but this. I will use the Radiant effect to heal Sapphire.
Because we're technically not going in turns, I'm just giving you extra actions.
I just had a whole routine planned out for 2 Transcendences. And I will then shift it back to Mirrored Aegis. Okay, that's 1 action.
Sapphire heals 10.
Yeah, I'll get for you. I will raise a shield. Are these seats still here?
Like half of them.
Are these passengers alive?
Oh, no.
No, they're dead. Good reminder. Okay, apparently they're stunned.
I will draw my weapon. I will change it to cryo. And then I will take cover and I'll forfeit my last action. I guess
Okay.
I'll have to be here to take cover.
Yeah, you can take cover behind something. I'm gonna rely on you to pass the turn, so I don't.
Okay.
Alright, Squib, you have 6 actions. Is there anything you really want to do?
First, can I do a warfare lore skill to see if I recognize what kind of beast this is?
Yeah, give me a blind warfare lore. You're not sure exactly, but you do notice that the roto laser that shot you is not the only turret on this.
Okay. And then let's see here. Gonna take cover over here, maybe a little bit for now. Before doing that, I'm gonna instinctively go back first. I'm gonna instinctively take some shots at maybe the top turret that I can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me just an attack roll. And really target. If you target that turret, it's not actually targetable. It's not going to give you a real result.
Okay.
Your shot pings wide in the wind and bounces off.
And then I guess, can I do another recall knowledge check to see maybe engineering if I know what a weak point for this might be?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another engineering check. That's a better roll. You don't expect to be able to destroy armor or weapons on the ship with handheld weapons, assuming they're not like anti-tank weapons or anti-air weapons. But what you do remember is that by a glance at these turrets, they're not exactly the best grade, and so they are probably going to have a significant cooldown before they fire.
Okay, well that's useful. Then he'll reload, take cover.
Okay. Sapphire, what 6 actions would you like to take before combat starts?
Alright. You And yoink. Blood magic lands on Sapphire.
Jesus.
Two more actions. Move. Open door.
All right, you're not going to be able to get any further. A face is greeting you, and that's
Oh. Sapphire is startled for a second.
we're going to roll the other enemies.
If the music didn't start for anyone else, you might have to refrain.
If what didn't start?
The music.
Oh, yeah.
It's going for me at least.
Okay. Yeah, you see two figures outside Sapphire.
Sapphire doesn't like this. One of them is under the train.
Are they? Oh.
They're under the coupling. That's, I guess, an upper layer.
Yeah, it's an upper layer. If you mouse over, you'll see them. It's not really intended to fight outside on this part.
I see.
However, you still have your actions, so.
I mean, I can't jump onto the gunship?
You can jump on the gunship if you want, but you might die.
I think then Sapphire's last action is to be startled and step.
Okay. So we're going to start at the top of this. Also, it's been about an hour, so. Okay. One sec while I fix some things in the background, sorry. There's a lot going on in this fight. The guy who walks through the open door is gonna move in and aim at Rhodey.
Rhodey, no!
Is aiming a manipulate action?
No.
Okay.
And fires a ranged weapon, which does proc a reactive strike.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is a ranged attack a ranged attack?
Yes.
I would like to make a reactive strike.
Yeah, go ahead and make that first, because it's, I don't think you interrupt it, but I think you still...
Might as well click it just so we all are refreshed.
Okay.
Curses. I
Um,
guess I might
this-
as well use one of my points.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah, this person easily sidesteps your scythe and bolts at Rhodey.
Oh my god. Oh
Ooh.
no, Rhodey!
Rhodey, no!
That is a huge point of his health. Oh. I forgot the precision damage. And he is down and dying 1. Oh, wait. That's right. That was a critical hit.
Indeed.
And then turns and shoots at Stranger. With the same gun.
First of all, how dare you?
And that just barely hits Stranger.
Impressive.
Sorry, music got loud. And that's end of their turn. Sieg.
Alrighty. I am going to use the modify for pinpoint shot to add 4 to my turret damage.
Go for
And
it.
I'm gonna shoot the guy that just came through the door.
Okay. Brody just went down, so
I'm going to go
what's
ahead.
up? Oh, I was gonna say Brody went down, but it's firing through you and Stranger if I add you to it. So it still provides some cover.
Oh. And my last action, I'm going to be taking cover.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll some damage. Okay, that does some damage. That's a solid hit. Alright, Stranger, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to raise the walls. I'm going to target Sapphire. I'm going to use the Radiant to heal Rhodey.
Healing Rhodey, you said?
Yes.
Alright. He is wounded 1.
Um, I will close the distance and make an attack.
Go for it. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh wait, I need to. I need to move my spark. That's why I did that. Okay, and that's it.
Okay. Um, Nothing happens on the gunship's turn. You hear a clamp above you, and the unfurling of a metal cable as another trooper repels from the top and is hovering on the side of the train. Basically out here. First off, the first thing they see is Stranger, so they are going to shoot a Stranger. And
You'll
they
never get
have-
through all these buffs.
Right? Now they miss you. And they have
Good
one
luck.
more
He's
shot.
behind 7 proxies.
True. They have one more shot. Yeah, they're not able to pierce through Stranger's armor and buffs.
Let's go.
Up here, enemy movement detected. This door opens, and they're going to shoot directly at Sieg. You have cover, right? Did you take greater?
Greater cover.
Okay, greater.
What a cool feature.
They still hit you. For 15 force damage. And then they're going to point to Rhodey and they say something in High Amerindian.
What did they say?
Okay, what do they say?
That's him. this one back here behind, she is going to. You're not gonna have greater cover from this angle, but you will definitely have lesser cover. This one's gonna see you, Sieg, and they're gonna shoot you. Let me just hide this other train car so this token's not hidden. Okay, that should be better. I hope. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So they are going to first off aim. And then aim with a rifle. That hits Sieg. And I'm gonna need you to make
So did I have lesser or standard cover?
lesser from this angle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save. As the round seems to be laced with something. Okay. So first you'll take some damage. And then you'll also be slowed 1. Alright, you watch Sieg pass out. This weapon seems to have not been a lethal weapon. So he just kind of slumps. Does that affect your 2-hit, or does it still vibe?
I mean, it's there.
Okay. And then they turn and they fire at Sapphire with their last action. It pings off of the door.
Yeah.
And it kind of bounces around inside. This other person is going to stride. Can't get past to it. Is going to take 1 action aim. Sees Sapphire. And fires.
+9.
Because of Raise the Walls, that is not a crit.
Thanks, stranger.
I'm gonna need a fortitude save. Oh, okay. I was like, why did it happen again from Sapphire? Okay, you're fine, but you do take some damage.
That's true. Oh god. That's a lot of damage.
Not lethal, by the way.
Indeed. And they. Oh wait, that was aim, stride, fire. That's their turn. You hear another bolt and unraveling of cord, and there is another enemy hovering by a very durable cable from the side of the train. They scan, and they see Stranger. They're gonna aim, and they're gonna fire. And I'm gonna need a fortitude save from Stranger. Yeah, it's gonna play the effect twice, I guess, when I put that in chat. But you'll be taking this damage.
Could you tell me the tags on it? Oh, it's right there. Chat. Okay.
Poison, if that's relevant. Which I think it might be.
I think it is actually.
Okay. Well, you're fine.
+1. And just +1.
Yeah, constructed +1's in there, so. Yeah, so you succeed and you're fine. That was clamp and jump, and then that was aim and fire. Squib, your turn. You seem to be beset by enemies.
Yeah. Just off the cuff, gonna smack this guy next to me.
All right, is that with your your weapon? That's a crit. All right, they are still up.
Oh, you know what? We'll go for a round 2. I can't hit them all.
That happens. So that was attack, and you've got one more action, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I got not a lot I think I can do in this tight space. I can bring a bomb out. That sounds like a smart idea.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm
Last
taking you
action.
all. I'm not sorry. I'm not actually doing that.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? For fun, he's gonna pull out his homemade pressure bomb and go. I'll blow us all up.
Okay. Well, it's an action to take that off your. I had to draw. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I
To
thought it was a
end the
use.
turn with him threatening it.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn? Okay. Sapphire, it is over to you.
It's a mess. Sapphire is going to get Sieg back up. That seems important right now. Bunch of healing for Sieg. And the blood magic effect as well.
That's 30 healing for Sieg.
And then, he's just like barely out of the angelic halo range though. And she's going to healing stimulant herself.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Top of the round. Another tube. You hear doom, 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 as a bunch of grenades fill the car. Everybody directly in the lower part of the train here. So Sieg, Rhodey, Stranger, Squib, and this other enemy are going to need to make a save against this.
I'll do that.
Thanks, Raise the Walls.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Actually, hang on. Let me see what these things actually do.
What's up?
It doesn't really affect me, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Okay. So you are blinded for a round. Cool. So back to this guy's turn. So he is going to turn. And he is going to go ahead and fire at Rhodey.
I will attempt to cut his legs out from under him in response.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think if this is your first. Yeah, okay, so you still have your break. Go for it. Give me a reactive strike.
It's over.
Alright,
Got him.
it's a nat 20, so go ahead and roll me some critical damage.
Perish. He's also below half health, probably.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter, but, number.
Alright. As you kill him, you see him start to slump, and some function activates in his armor, and he burns to a crisp and is gone. Leaving absolutely not a single trace.
Oh wait, actually, it does matter because now that was my last action, so I can heal.
Well, it's
I
your turn
will-
now.
Drink.
There's no vitality to absorb, though. Yeah, well, you can use your ability. I'm not
I
going
don't
to
think
limit
that
it.
matters.
Yeah, I'm not going to limit it on that anyway, so. Yeah, so you can regain hit points equal to half the damage dealt.
And I will Spark Transcendence to heal Sieg for 10. And I will switch this to Scar. Step forward, I guess, and strike.
Go for it. That's a hit. Roll me some damage.
Absolutely. That's all I got.
Okay. Nothing happens on the gunship's turn. This guy hanging outside the window aims at Rhodey and fires.
So he's dead.
Indeed.
Let's see, that was wounded one. Was wounded one, and so he's at dying 3. Am I right? If that's going because you add 2 more.
Oh, is it not wounded 2 because of dying 2?
I don't think you go wounded 2. I could be wrong.
It's just wounded 1.
I do need to apply. But they're gonna go ahead and fire again at Rhodey.
Jesus.
And that will be enough to kill him.
No.
And in one motion, they cut the cord as they fly back to the ship with thrusters in their boots. This guy up here is going to take shots at Sieg, who I believe you have standard cover. I don't think you've had a turn to take greater, right? Okay. They're going to fire once at Sieg.
But I should be prone.
That's... Oh yeah, because you went unconscious. That's fair. It's just given up playing the sounds on my end now, as it for all of you. But they... the train jolts as they fire and just completely misses. And they are going to step through the door and fire again at Squib. Oh yeah, I think sounds are breaking on my end. I'm gonna restart the music.
So, since he's firing through the turret, would Squib have cover?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, it's restarting the music. So that's gonna be map and Squib has cover. And because of the cover, it's a critical miss. Alright, Sieg, it is your turn.
Sieg is going to lose 1 action to stun, or slowed.
Yeah.
Sieg will spend his second action to stand up. And then I will use my third action to shoot the Peacemaker.
Go for it.
Nice.
That is a natural 1.
Gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, go for it. That's a hit.
Oh, I'm supposed to be dazzled, by the way.
That's okay. I wasn't checking it too well. This person's gonna take a parting shot at you. So first they're gonna aim. 1 action. Second action, fire. I think you've got your reaction back because it was.
I'll
your
retaliate.
turn.
Yep.
Yep.
Do the thing.
Okay, that hits you,
That's fair.
and you hit them.
But I will take my pound of flesh.
And you also need to make this fortitude save.
Fortunately, hang on, let me take advantage first. Fortunately, I have this bonus to fort saves now.
And this is specifically a poison effect. Okay, you're fine. And then likewise activates jump jets and boots and disappears over here to the ship as boots clink onto the ship. This one is going to aim and take a shot at Sapphire for a natural 1.
Yeah.
Completely misses Sapphire. But does the same thing as other compatriots and retreats back to the ship. Okay. This enemy is just going to fire twice at Sapphire.
Jeez.
Or maybe just 1. We'll see. I'll need a fortitude save from Sapphire. I'll need the save for that from Sieg as well. I didn't ask you to roll the next stage of it, so. So you're taking 13 non-lethal damage. Sapphire, you are going to be slowed. Sieg, you are no longer slowed. You shake off the effect. And then likewise, we'll cut the cord and return back to the ship. Alright, Squib, your turn. There is 1 more enemy on the train.
I'm gonna the bomb no longer seems like a good idea, so we re-equip the gun.
Okay, you can put the bomb away and then regrip in 1 motion.
Wonderful. And I'll just take a shot at this fella in a goblin rage.
Go for it. That's a solid hit. Even with them being screened by allies or by the Chewit and things like that, it's a definite hit.
And we will reload for our last action.
Okay. Stranger, it is your turn. As mentioned, there's one
Was
more
that-
enemy on this train.
Sorry. Oh, I ended. And
Sapphire's turn?
I think it's Sapphire's turn.
Oh, Sapphire's turn. All right, because thank you. Good catch.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be bad to skip Sapphire.
Sapphire's figured out they are retreating. Doesn't think she can stop that. I would like to call knowledge on these people. Like, have I heard of any like
You
police
can
force or something that would be doing this?
you can give me an Amaria lore
Okay.
blind, please. Okay. So you haven't seen like the outfits they're wearing. They look like just kind of generic mercenary outfits. But one thing that catches your eye is that they're military grade weapons they're using.
Okay.
These people aren't fucking around.
Yeah, clearly not. Just come on here and murk Rhodey immediately.
But all the symbols and things, they don't register as anything you've seen.
60. Dang. Right out of range. Sapphire's just gonna give them a parting fuck you shot, then basically.
Go for it. Who at?
The armored one here in the south.
Okay. Yeah, but they're basically mag booted onto the ship.
Yeah, it's getting a fuck you.
Yeah, that hits. Because of your bless, that hits.
Yeah, bless.
You watch that kind of knock them off balance a little bit, and they pull one of their boots up. And that's enough to send them tumbling back.
Sapphire feels a little bit of relief for what they did to Rhodey, but not enough. He requires more murder. But she has no actions left.
I'm gonna transcend with no scar at this.
Now it's Stranger's turn, yes.
If I hit swim,
I don't think you've healed Squib.
How was that? Heal.
did I heal you with this yet? If I didn't, then there you go.
Yeah, you can heal Squib.
Okay, and then I'm gonna make a sudden charge.
Go for it.
I didn't need to because that's my speed. Whatever. Yeah. With an enhanced Barrow's Edge.
Yeah, that's a hit. Oops. Sorry, roll damage for me.
Yeah, it keeps checking the below half HP box for me.
They are not below half HP yet.
Indeed, they are not.
So as action, stride, yeah. Okay. Okay. At this, the others have popped inside the gunship. And you see it pull ahead. And you hear the rotor laser spin up again and absolutely shred the front car. And what all of you remember or are able to parse for a second is the train crashing. And you all, after a while, you're thrown from the train. and you blink awake to this scene.
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
That's the end of combat. There is
I guess some
thick,
kind of anti-vehicle aura. Sorry.
there's thick, acrid smoke from the train crash. There's cargo. There's passengers you saw on. Yeah, each of you wakes up slowly. Around you, stranger, you in particular find yourself had been impaled on a tree. Most people this would have killed instantly, but not you. And you're able to kind of break
Process of
yourself free.
dragging myself out.
Yeah. Likewise, Sapphire, you are up in the corner here. And the spectator camera. You see some fire under the train. Parts of it is destroyed. But you're alive. Next to you, here, there's another passenger. They're not dead, but they don't seem far away from it. And likewise, you seem to be the best off. You see the main car of the train in front of you that maybe the one you were on, it has the right side has been blasted out like before, like the one you were fighting on. But some of the metal is crumpled and collapsed on it. It's hard to say that's the same way in. But you seem to have been thrown the furthest from the action. We're not in initiative, so feel free to move as you want.
Can I see the conductor in there?
Yeah. The conductor has been injured. They're knocked out, but they're not. Well, it's hard to tell if they're dead, but you get the idea they may not be. There's some small breathing.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and force my way into this train car and drag them out if I can.
Okay. Well, you don't have to because this section here is blown open from roto laser fire.
Okay.
You can just walk in this section here.
All right, I'm going to heft them and try to get clear of the train in case it explodes or something.
Okay, give me an athletics check. You won't need a high one, so. Yeah, no issue. You can just. They kind of like wake up and come to, like they're kind of out of it. Who are you? I assume you're gonna be walking out with them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And they just seem like delirious.
Sapphire's like super fucked up and out of it. So she is crawling south and just like calling out everybody's name, trying to find people.
Can I hear her?
I think yeah. Over the burning, I'm gonna turn the volume down just a little bit. Over the burning, yeah, no problem. You can probably hear stranger, kind of, I don't know how Sapphire would yell that. I assume equally desperately.
Squib
Yeah.
is
You hear it somewhere. It's hard to pinpoint the exact location, but it's somewhere in the wreckage in front of you, stranger.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
you
going
have
to
to
continue dragging the conductor clear. It's going to be off the side of the map.
Okay.
But then I'll rush over there.
Okay.
However fast I can go.
as
Yeah. What's up, Squib?
as Squib figures out where he's at and then sees the injured person, he's gonna kind of panic because he's not a medical professional. He's gonna try to stabilize him with whatever he can, a cloth strip, who knows, but then call like, can anyone heal? Where are we? There's a dying person. Oh, I should have probably blind rolled that.
One sec. I think stabilize is a trained action, so I don't think you can do that. But
Dang
let
it,
me
I
check.
can't. Okay, he can think he can do it, and then it's not effective at all.
No, stabilize is absolutely. And the DC is 15 plus its dying value. Yeah, you're able to stabilize this person. They're no longer dying.
Oh,
You just saved their life, Squib.
okay. You stay there, keep not dying. I'm gonna figure out what's happening.
Their eyes are closed, and you're not sure if they've heard you. For this, the side closest to you, Squib, is intact. The door on the other side is damaged and jammed. You'll have to get around to go see it, I'm sure, but yeah. The door on the east side, you can see from here, was ripped off in the wreck.
Around and get an eyeful of the horrible wreckage.
Is the skull icon dying?
The
Not
skull
dead?
on them is dead. Dying is the little skull with gold next to it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna be crawling, like climbing through the windows and stuff, like just sparking and crackling, and using the radiant to heal people as I pass.
Okay, you're going to need to squeeze.
That's fine.
Do you think is an acrobatic trained action? No, I don't think it is. It doesn't matter. You're
Surely
trained
not.
anyway.
Is it even something you have to like roll for?
Yes. It is a trained action, and you can tort yourself squeeze through a small space you can barely fit. So give me an I'm pretty sure you'll pass this, but
If it takes a minute, if I'm seeing it's going to take a minute to do this, I'm just going to walk around the train.
okay. Yeah, you can walk around the train. So you see Sieg. And
He looks fine. I ignore it.
Okay. You see the door, and likewise, it seems jammed. The one here to your side has been ripped off entirely. Imagine it happened in the wreck.
Oh. There's even a dead bird here.
Oh no.
That's a real bird, don't worry. I could add bird effects if you wanted. You do see Sapphire to the north. Squib.
Not diseased.
She's kind of shell-shocked, from what I understand.
Yeah, she was like physically fucked up before the crash, and now she's just like, ain't no shot.
He's gonna take some water from his backpack and try to give her some. Come on, drink up.
Sapphire takes it.
Do not breathe the
like,
smoke.
Trembling a little. What? Where is everybody?
And also,
Don't we
stranger,
crash?
through all of this, through the smoke, you do see Squib's silhouette run by.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just moving at a pretty slow pace so people can say stuff.
Okay. Yeah, just letting you know.
His feet is why I'm headcanon that Squib's not that damaged.
Oh my god. Sieg, what is Sieg up to here?
Sieg is a little dazed, and as he was picking himself up as Stranger was walking by, he's going to be refitting his rebreather and checking his enviro suit for damage.
Okay. All of your water in your suit and your rebreather seems to be intact. Nothing has been overly damaged. But you are pretty shell-shocked and shaken up, and it probably couldn't hurt to do a little maintenance during your next daily preparations. You may have noticed Stranger walk past you.
He's currently very noticeable.
Well, in addition to like the general dazing of what took place, like he's still just got recovered from being deafened from the flashbang, and he's just recovered from the poison not 20 seconds ago.
You're not exactly sure how long it was, but yeah, you definitely feel the poison out of your system, and your ears are mostly working okay, except for the train crash. So you're a little shell-shocked, much like Sapphire.
Okay, as I walk by, I want to I want to spark this person and this person since they're directly in my path.
Yeah. You can
I'm
definitely
doing,
heal
I'm
this
doing,
person.
I'm basically chaining this together as I walk.
Who's the other person?
To my northwest and southeast.
Oh yeah, you can stabilize both of them. No problem.
You know, it's good to help them as I pass by, but my priority is getting to distress call. I think I just jumped this.
You can probably
Fire
just
pit?
safely walk around. I think you're pretty conscious and alert enough. You can get around it. It's just like some burning, like combustible material that seems to have lit, like the grass underneath on fire.
I just
The
don't think
sheer-
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, yeah. The sheer
been delayed
heat has
enough.
like melted the snow in the area.
Okay. But I have powerful leap.
Okay, yeah, you can just leap that. Like no questions asked.
I'm assuming this door doesn't work.
No, when you hit the button,
Is it?
Yeah, it tries. You hear a click and nothing happens. It seems like it's been jammed and the mechanism damaged.
Can I use a crafting check to try to bypass it to open?
It seems physically like damaged. So I probably have to use athletics or something to cut through the door.
I will spawn my turret and have it spew acid.
Okay. That will work. I won't make you roll that. You can eventually burn through the door.
Unfortunately for this guy, I'm not a doctor.
Glad you two are okay. What about Sieg?
Very unfortunate for him.
I'm going to call out through presumably a broken window and say, "There are people inside here." And I'm going to move my way to Rhodey's corpse.
Yep. If you're looking at Rhodey, there's a few things that he has. He has his.
I am
standard
100% going for his data pad.
Yeah, you can pull that off him, no problem. For his data jack, you'll, like I said, it's an augmentation that'll need to be removed, but you can lose data pad.
As Sapphire sees Stranger coming up, she like looks to Squib and Stranger and she's like, oh god, where's you two? Where's Seek? Where's Rhodey?
I think I heard Sieg call. I don't know about Rhodey. He did not look good at all.
Sapphire is just like trying to find words but can't.
Okay, we gotta help these whoever we can.
As Stranger walks up, he's like sparking and crackling, like dark violet,
Oh my,
and he's furious. This is the first time you've seen him show an emotion.
Oh no.
you okay?
He walks up to Sapphire, sees Sapphire is fine, and then turns on his heel and walks away.
Okay.
Sapphire just like looks to Squib and then looks over to Stranger walking away. And it's just
Just walk in
like,
the fire?
you know, that's a fair reaction, I think.
Okay, let's get you up and you can help out anyone maybe.
Stranger, are you gonna approach the other car? You see somebody else who is on the verge of death.
Yeah, I can see this person, so I'm just gonna walk in here.
Okay. And I
Okay.
assume you're just gonna spark
These
them.
two to my left and my right and south.
The person to your south, there's a physical barrier between, but you notice that they've had injuries patched up by gauze.
Okay, if I can just see them through the window and see that they're all right, that's fine. I will
Yeah.
spark the person to my west.
Sapphire's using Squib like a crutch, basically.
I just want
Yeah,
to see
I mean,
this.
like-
Like, they're gonna be fine. Okay, that person would have succeeded anyway, but they're now completely stabilized. They were dying 3, so that was a very apt timing.
Is this door like open, or do I need to go back out the way I can?
This door has been ripped off by force. Like the whole frame is disfigured here.
Okay, I'll just go that
And
way.
you see Sieg's Tuet outside.
Okay. All right, that's enough of my turn, I guess.
Okay. Squib and Sapphire, as you turn the corner, you do see the center of this car has a fire inside that's burning. The east side of it, you can kind of see is collapsed in, like the roof has collapsed on that side. But you probably caught a glimpse of Sieg doing something, but the smoke's heavy, so it's a little hard to see.
I think they're in there. Let's see.
What's the status of this guy?
Which guy, Square? They're stabilized.
Okay.
Sapphire
Sapphire will continue using Squib as a crutch to hobble forward.
Perfect height for it. You pretty much just put the arm on his head.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna attempt to access the datapad. Is there any chance I can use any sort of his biometrics to bypass his password?
Not at this time. He doesn't have a biometric lock set up.
That's fair. It's always
I'm gonna need a computers check if you want to try and access that.
Door jammed.
Yeah, this one, just like the other door, has been disfigured and does not physically fit in the slot for it. So it's we'll need a physical strength or something to melt through it.
Okay.
Okay, Sieg. So you flick his datapad on, and you try some passwords. You think you run some basic cracking algorithms, and surprisingly, you're in. It has an emergency contact. On the front of the like on the first menu you get, and then you also get some surface level knowledge of like recent transactions and things like that, things that are in the item description. For everybody, this is the item description.
We can click it and see it too.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know how to put it in chat.
Yeah.
Can I do a athletics check to try to like force the door open?
Yeah, give me an athletics.
A private or is it blind or?
No, public is fine. Yeah, as you heave, the door gives way, and you almost hit Sieg with it. And inside you see Rhodey, who is dead in the corner, and you see Sieg holding his data pad, going through things.
You okay? Oh, is that guy okay?
This guy is not okay. They're still bleeding out.
I'm
Boss,
no
you know what
doctor.
to do.
I'm gonna make way for them.
Jesus.
Oh wait, that's good. Oh, thank you, game, for the unconscious condition. No, it's sorry. I'm getting a little overloaded with conditions right now. Hold on. Okay, they're dying 3.
Okay. Sapphire walks in. This is like, well, stumbles in. This is the first time she's seeing that Rhodey is actually dead. So I'm just gonna roll this real quick for reasons.
Get you a won't save in.
Yeah, right. All right. So Sapphire like looks at Rhodey, and there's this like brief pause for a moment, and it's clear that like she is processing that he's fucking dead. She's not denying it or anything, but she like kind of turns to the person next to her, just absolutely quiet, and just puts her hand on his forehead and heals him. Anybody else? She kind of like gasps as she does it.
And you heal this person, and you have saved their life. They were on dying 3.
And as she is like, why is it not doing the auto roll? Because I didn't do the thing. Sorry.
It's okay. I saw it come up and then go away.
Yeah, I'm putting.
All good.
There we go. She kind of like clenches her side for a second when she heals him.
Sorry, boss.
You do feel some divine magic surge through you and empower you to cast a spell that otherwise you wouldn't, but you do feel that it's used a little bit of your own life force to cast.
Then she just like turns to Sieg and just very quietly just says, "Are there any more?"
I'm assuming she's referring to people.
People who need help.
Sieg's going to respond. I passed by another, but I fear we may be too late.
Sapphire just like stops at Rhodey for a second. She says something in High Amarian, and anybody that like speaks it would recognize she is making a prayer to Ymir as she passes by Rhodey. And she just kind of like stumbles to the next body and repeats the prayer on them as well.
You feel a slightly little calmer.
It very much sounds like this is a like last rites type of prayer.
Mm-hmm. This is something you would have definitely learned in the church.
Squib comes up and he doesn't have a prayer, so he just kind of thinks for a second and says, "Catch you on the next job, Rhodey."
So see, what are you planning to do anything with the data pad yet?
I'm just kind of sifting through it to find out why they were targeting him.
Okay.
It's very clear that they were targeting him.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, you find mostly above the table transactions. You see like personal communications and things like that are with clients. There's a fairly recent one about his ticket to the Bella Eternala. Some business that you suspect happened on Marcia Bay. And the most recent transaction is an account transaction. Based on your guess, would be the funds being distributed for that bounty that he hacked into. You see in like his the email that you can access, and like the whole pad isn't. It's mostly like business dealings. You can just keep going back if you want, but what you can see at a glance is essentially there's market dealings. Nothing comes out as anyone being overly mad at him. No one talking about him like fucking them in a business deal. Nothing stands out to you about that.
Okay.
All right. What has Stranger been up to?
Stalking around, I guess is how you would describe it. But it seems that most people have been dealt with already.
Yeah, most people have not woken up. There's still smoke filling the air. But the fires are starting to burn their course. There's only so much. It looks that most of these barrels don't have anything combustible in them because like the fires got into them and heated them up and then gone to other parts of the grass.
So as Sapphire's walking by, without even looking up from Rhodey's data pad, he's gonna hold out his hand with the emergency contact card to her.
The emergency contact is
And
on
ask-
the data pad. Oh, do you mean the
Oh, I
physical
thought
paper?
it yeah, like the little piece of paper sticking out of the side.
Yeah, the card sticking out. Yeah. Yeah, and this says, if separated from Rhodey, please deliver to this address for a reward. and it is an address that you recognize, Sapphire, as in Mithra.
Is it an area of Mithra that Sapphire would be familiar with?
The immediate road doesn't come to like the street number doesn't come to your memory as it's a huge city, but the zip code you place in the residential one of the residential districts.
Okay. Sapphire just nods to Sieg and takes it and puts in her pack as she like
And
keeps
as
hobbling by.
he takes the card, Sieg is going to say, still without looking up from the datapad, it's strange that they would target him and not you, considering the other vestiges that have died recently.
Sapphire's like halfway through the door and just stops and immediately turns around and just looks at Sieg, just says, "Explain."
He's gonna pull out his datapad and just through the connection to her datapad, just flick the information he found earlier to her.
Okay, you're gonna show Sapphire what you found earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it directly on her screen.
What you find first is a news article dated for about 4 days ago. Homicide. A name you recognize, Rose. Killed in her home. Another vestige who you know was. You'd met them in passing in the temple, you weren't close with them, but their name was Imminence. Within a day, and they were found dead on Apershi. Both are still under active investigation.
Sapphire just stares at this for a moment, and it's like there's this expression on her face. It's like it's not sadness, it's like the closest you've seen to actual anger from her. She just pockets her data pad, just walks out towards the like next body and prays over it as well.
What the hell's happening?
You said the fire was burning itself out.
Yeah, it's running its course slowly over time. Like it's a chemical chemical fire, but there's only so much for it to burn.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, with the immediate danger past, Stranger's going to draw his scythe and start hacking away at the wall of the train car next to him.
Okay. Normally your strikes would not make a dent on this, but I get the feeling Stranger is a little upset right now.
Mm-hmm.
A little fucked up, and the wall just gives way and collapses. There's still
He's still going.
Yeah, there's still a support beam here, holding like the roof on next to the window. I don't know if he's gonna keep slashing at that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, but you are able to completely destroy this northeast corner of this train car. All right. Well, what is Sapphire up to? I see she's walking into this train car.
Yeah, she is going body to body and just same prayer on each one of them.
Okay. Yeah, this person is passed. Able to say a prayer. You see in the likewise from the other one that some other people have seen. This door up here also has just been ripped clean off the hinges.
How the adrenaline's gone. My goblin's just kind of like, and for once, doesn't have anything really to say. He's gonna sit there on the edge of this.
Oh, poor Squib. He's like, all right.
Sapphire sees Stranger like taking out rage, does not say anything as she walks by.
As you walk by, you can hear him talking.
Is he
Hmm?
is he talking in a language he understands? Or
Yeah. He's just yelling. He's yelling.
yeah, that's valid.
Have been delayed again by a pack of worthless fools with no regard for the consequences of their actions. And then when the ice blade breaks is when he stops.
What do you think would trigger breaking it? Is it a powered
Just
weapon?
after enough. Yeah, it's a power
Okay.
weapon.
Yeah, no, you're able to just cut through this over time, and there's cargo inside. I imagine he just keeps hacking through that.
He drops the spear part on the ground and just slumps against the nearest barrel.
Yeah, that's feasible. As you step inside this one, Sapphire, you see mostly raw materials, shipped goods, things like that. There's one person to the west who has been stabilized, but the person to your east is not moving, and nor are they breathing.
Yeah, she's gonna say her prayer over the dead one. She's gonna walk out back to Stranger over by the barrel. Just stand in front of him, like with a sense of like propriety and command that is absolutely not like her normal personality. She just looks down at him and says, "Come on, there's living to move."
No, you're not going to get a reply at the moment.
It's valid. She'll give it like, a few seconds before she just walks away toward the closest person. Sees Squib. She just says, "Squib, help me with him."
Of course.
The two of you, you can move this person. Where would you like to move them to?
Probably off to the east. This looks
Away
like
from the
there's some-
smoke.
Yeah, whichever direction the smoke's blowing, not that way.
Okay. If you move them east, as you carry them around the train car, you can move some of this like rubble down here out of the way and get out of that rubble, like cargo that's been spilled.
Mhm.
And you see the who's you imagine is the conductor because they've been moved directly, and there's the side of the main lead train car blown open, and then there's a body laying positioned gently out to the east up here.
Okay.
So are you gonna just pile them with like near the other surviving person?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just
She wants to get basically everyone who's stabilized over to that corner.
okay. Yeah, I'll actually unhide the token, and I'll just have them in the corner to demonstrate.
It will help.
That way.
There are walls. The train car is still intact here,
Oh, okay.
so I can just move these people out this way.
Like anyone she passes, she will only once acknowledge them and ask for their help. And if they don't help within like 5 seconds, she just moves on. She doesn't like insist or anything. She just does.
Noticing them doing that, Sieg's going to move to the guy that was in here and slump him over the Tuit and have the Tuit carry him out.
Which one? Sorry, this guy who died here.
The one that was in this corner that you moved.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll say Sieg moved them. Sieg was able to move that one out. Well, with all of your actions together, you actually saved a surprising number of lives. There's only the number of casualties has been significantly reduced.
Yeah, when they're all up in this corner, Sapphire is just gonna like continue tending to all their wounds, and she has absolutely no mind for the absolute physical wreck she is, but she is doing her job.
Okay. What's everyone doing? Everyone else doing over the next like hour or two? We'll
The
start
stranger has burnt
with
himself
Ranger.
out for quite some time. Like I gave him fatigued, sort of
Okay,
like.
so he's dissociating, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, he's out for he's just like chilling basically. Okay. How about you, Sieg? What is he up to?
He would probably go to the front car of the train and see if there's even any remote thing that still works in the train.
Yeah, surprisingly, most of the power on the train is still on. There's emergency power, and the console is usable. I won't make you roll computers. That is absolutely trivial to access.
I'm gonna go ahead and issue an SOS.
Yeah, somebody almost immediately dials in when you turn that on. And they call, and I assume you're picking that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you hear a voice, and just like, "Hello, is this the conductor of the flying pussyfoot?"
It is not. I'm merely a passenger.
A survivor. How many are there?
How many were there?
You've saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people, plus the 4 of you.
So there are 10 people alive.
Understood. Right. We've already noticed the incident with the train. We feared the worst, and well, hearing one voice is good. 10 is wonderful. We've already dispatched medical transport for everyone. Should be there in the next half hour, 27 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll be. Is taking everyone back to Mithra okay?
That was the destination, so it should be acceptable.
Sure. Yeah, just sit tight and do whatever you can to keep yourselves alive. You can tell that the person on the other side of this SOS is incredibly elated to have heard a voice. They're anxious and nervous, and all right. So Sieg is talking with the SOS in that time. And lastly, what's Squib up to?
After helping get everyone in the corner, he's kind of just chilling by the rest of the year. And he just still doesn't have anything to say, which is unusual. He's kind of feeling pretty down because the last crash they had, everyone pretty much survived in their group, and it was more of an adventure. This is not feeling that way.
Okay. Yeah, so as everyone chills, a VTOL flies in, kicking back smoke as it lands. And there's first aid, like first responders, that have made their way out. Sapphire, you immediately recognize symbology of the Church of Yemyar.
Mhm.
You know, these are priests, they're medics, you know, those sorts of things that you would expect to a disaster like this. Especially, you know, deep within Amazurian territory. And, you know, the first medic who sees you, he walks forward and he says, "Miss Vestige, are you all right? Does anyone need immediate attention?"
Sapphire just like gestures towards the group of people. Let's get them all out of here first.
"Yes, understood, ma'am." And they begin, you know, hauling them onto this transport one by one by one. Yeah, and as people are moved in, this is the rest of you. Are you coming with us? Or should we arrange for separate transport? And he kind of looks expectantly between you and maybe Squib and Sieg, but mostly at you, Sapphire.
Sapphire just nods to him, just kind of like starts boarding the VTOL without really saying a word, but at least gesturing in the affirmative that they are going with them.
Okay. And it's a loud landing when it initially comes in, and there's new voices. So I don't know if Stranger's going to react any differently to this.
He's leaning on his spear like a walking stick and just kind of hobbling around.
Sieg is gonna send him a message. It says transport is here.
I'm just looking at Rhodey.
After
There's not a chance I would be attempting to get this augmentation. It's just not in
Yeah.
character.
No, that's fair. As the like who seems to be like the officer medic turns to Sapphire and says, "Ma'am, we heard 10 survivors, but I only count 9."
Sapphire looks around, realizing Stranger is missing, and she just quietly hops down from the VTOL and says, "One moment."
Oh, actually, what's the most expedient way to get from here to there? I thought I was going to go through this car, but it might be closed.
It is in fact mostly intact, so you can smash through. Otherwise, you can walk through this way to the south. I can just drag you through if you want. Okay.
I got it.
And you both kind of turn the corner and you see each other. You see Stranger hobbling on his spear, and you see Sapphire, I imagine, in no nonsense.
Stranger is just walking towards
walks-
the VTOL. Sapphire
yeah,
just
just walks
waits
right
until he
past.
passes. Yeah. Sapphire just lets him pass quietly. Just walks behind him back towards the VTOL.
All right. Everyone is able to make their way into the VTOL. And you slowly lift up and lift off over the course of the hour flight back to Mithra. Some of the people wake up. The ones who here are informed about who saved their lives, and they the crew assumes you did all of this, Sapphire, so they will thank you by default.
Sapphire will absolutely not take credit for like the people that she didn't personally stabilize, and she will point them at like Stranger and Sieg and Squib. The way she phrases it is like very matter of factly, and she says, "You shouldn't be thanking me. You should be thanking them."
Yeah, and they turn. Oh, thank you, heroes. Yes, thank you. And they're all very grateful to all of you.
Glad somebody could make it.
Okay. And with that, we will go back to the Ameriria map. So you've all moved here. You made it about this far before. Let's enter that. Before the train went down. And slowly but surely, to Sapphire especially, you start seeing a familiar bay. And wrapped around it is the almost glistening city of Mithra. And I'll take you to the map for Mithra as what you would see on your map devices. It is a beautiful city, there are skyscrapers. You see a bay as you come
This is
in on
in the
this
middle of the
VTOL.
continent?
Yes. It's not a huge bay. I mean, the continental map is not one-to-one accurate of every detail. It's a planet map. Let me
Yeah,
continue
okay.
describing, though, please. There are just skyscrapers. There's a very dense downtown. You see an industrial district. And you fly to the north of the spaceport, or as the Emirates call it, the Skyport. And you all sit down here at a hospital. The medic crew the medic crew like unloads the people who are the survivors. And then the person who is the head medic comes back to you, Sapphire, and he says, Miss Vestige, will you be returning to the church, or should we just drop you at the spaceport? Unsure of your business.
Sapphire looks at the other three and says, I need to go to the church. If you three wish to come, you may, but I'm not going to stop you from wherever you are going from here.
You know, like I said before, I had nothing else really going on, but this is kind of personal now. So if you don't mind keeping me around,
Sapphire just nods to Squib. Well, you are my employee.
that's right.
What about Sieg and Stranger? Do you two plan to tag along with the party?
At the bare minimum, out of just a sheer curiosity, he will go with them to the church.
I assume no objections from Stranger, or
Yeah, Stranger will hear it's the Church of Ymir and have kind of an instinctive aversion, but we'll work through it. Currently, he's not like he's too tired to object.
okay. So they nod, and the VTOL lifts off again. And you cross the bay to the east, and you see a large building. It's glistening as if it's made of gold almost. It's not actually, but it is beautiful. Sapphire, you would recognize this as the Divine Throne, and this is the seat of power of the Amurian Empire. This is both where the head of the Church of Yemyar and the Emperor of the Amuyar Empire reside. You know, the High Priest rules alongside the Emperor. And, of course, you know the High Priest. You've met him personally. But all of the vestiges who were trained formerly in the capital would have been trained here. So this is not only the governmental, but the military central power of Amuria.
It's very pointed that, like, this whole time Sapphire hasn't been dealing with their own wounds and is, in fact, like, refused treatment from anybody until the moment they take off from the hospital and everybody that, like, they brought with them is safe in there. And that is when she first starts tending to her wounds. So, like, on the trip over to the throne.
Okay. Just want to do like a medicine check on yourself, or?
Yeah, probably.
Let me do a treat wounds. It's about a 10-minute trip over the bay. But to give a little more explanation, to you, Stranger, the bay here, like the city is built around it. It eventually kind of peters out to a river that leads out to the ocean.
Okay.
It's kind of like a huge lake, but it's much bigger. And one of like the officer who's riding in the VTOL with you sees you realizes how hurt you are and offers you like a med patch.
Yeah, she'll take it at this point.
I'm sorry we don't have more on hand, Miss Vestige, but and so they apply that. One sec while I remember the item grades in Pathfinder. This heals you for 3d6 plus 6 healing, so 12. They let you down in the temple, and they return back to what they have to do. But you do see these grand halls. It's almost kind of like the you expect of like Grecian architecture, like IRL. There's like columns and things like that, long hallways. There's courtyards with fountains. It's very pretty here. This is the main church of Ymir. And more specifically, the area that they've let you down in is more interior, that clergy and staff would have access to, as opposed to the more outward-facing that the public would have access to. So where would you all like to go?
As soon as they land, like Sapphire, a brief moment when her like glamour flickers and she turns on like shiny mode, essentially.
Uh-huh. That's
and
bright.
when they land, she will just turn to the other three, say, "Follow me," and she is going straight to her superiors, like in the church, whoever her direct report is.
So she doesn't
Squib's
have
following.
like a direct report.
Whoever like gives her missions, her handler, I guess.
Yeah, you could probably find. Well, the person you were working with through the church was Rose. The vestiges usually work together on these things. You could probably track down a member of the clergy or something who might support you, though. You could also try and find the high priest.
Yeah, she doesn't have like a direct lineup. She will absolutely just try to go straight to the high priest.
Okay. You walk straight into the. You turn around and through doors that are probably 100 feet high. They're large doors and they're made of like metal. There's like royal guard lining this part of the church, but you have access absolutely to talk to Alexander. And you walk into the main sanctum of the church. And turning around, looking out over the bay and tending to some things, is Alexander. He's a man, a human. His head's bald. Despite his age, having lived several hundred years, he doesn't look any older than maybe like 30 or 40. Like late 30s or early 40s. He's got ceremonial armor that it covers his like shoulders and his like legs and things like that, but leaves most of his chest open. Doesn't particularly cover like his neck or like arms. And he hears the door open and he looks and he kind of furrows his brow for a little bit. But then he recognizes Sapphire and a warm smile graces his face.
As Sapphire approaches, she just like gives a little bow of her head to him, just says, "Probably Your Eminence would be like proper form of address."
Probably High Priest.
Okay.
It's High Priest is a title that would be similar to like Emperor.
And like, you'd say like Your Highness or something for a king.
For him, you're close enough that you can just say High Priest.
Okay.
I mean, there was a vestige named Eminence, right?
Yes. You would address him like you would address a pastor by saying like Father.
Yeah. Okay. She will walk in. She will just like she's She's not quite smiling, but she doesn't look angry anymore. She just says, "Father, you would not believe the week that we have had."
My child, I have heard of the tribulations of the loss of two of Ymjar's children, two vestiges. I am delighted and relieved to see you return home.
Sapphire just nods and she says, "Barely. Mostly thanks to these three." And then she turns back and gestures to the rest of the group.
And he kind of nods. And he says, if the three of you had a hand in bringing the vestige Sapphire back home to us, then you have my and the Amayurian Empire and Ymjar's thanks.
Poor stranger.
If there's anything that I can do to aid any of you, please say the word. What you've all gone through has been tragic. I understand. I was concerned when I heard about the Starliner that you were traveling on had been shot down. We'd heard there were no survivors. And now you appear before me. I thought I had lost 3 of our vestiges of Ymjar's chosen this week. But no. I am blessed. I am relieved that it is but 2. And don't get me wrong. I am grieving. I am mourning for their losses. But there is a silver lining to this gray cloud.
Sapphire just nods to him and says, "If you will excuse us, we could use a rest before talking about what happened."
Of course, of course. Well, Ymjar heals the spirit and the body. At times, we need time to heal the heart and the soul. And he waves a finger, he doesn't say anything. You might briefly notice him casting a spell, and a few members of the clergy come up and they ask if you would all like somewhere to stay.
Sapphire turns to them and she says, "Quarters for my companions would be more than welcome. Thank you."
They silently nod. You have your room, Sapphire.
Yeah.
And the other 3 of you can be led to guest quarters, basically. What you find inside are basically accommodations for diplomats.
These are within the Divine Throne.
Yeah, this is a huge complex, so this is...
Okay. A stranger is going to decline.
Okay.
It is constantly cold and clammy in here to him.
Understandable.
On that note. As when you were all talking to Alexander, later, stranger, you notice that he seemed to glance to you almost a little more than you'd expect, compared to the rest.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it sounds like Sapphire is spending the night in her quarters. Sieg and Squib, you're spending the night in the diplomat rooms.
Yeah.
And where's Stranger spending the night?
He just needs to be out of the complex and he'll arrange somewhere else.
Yeah. No,
However much it
the
costs.
guards, clergy, anyone you see, they seemingly recognize you despite having never seen you. And they will either part the way, open doors for you, give you directions out.
I was going to say, Sapphire won't say anything about Stranger leaving, but she just quietly and with no comment sends him a message with like good places to stay nearby, and says, "Tell them to bill it to me."
Yeah. When you, as you exit the Divine Throne, stranger, one of the guards says, "Sir, will you be needing transportation?"
That would be excellent. Thank you.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, a vehicle arrives, like like basically an Uber, of a car. It doesn't seem associated with anyone, no symbols. It just has like a commercial brand. And, a taxi driver picks you up, and he doesn't say a thing. And he drops you off at a rather nice hotel in downtown Mithra. One of the taller ones. It's a 5-star hotel. It's excellent. And when you, I assume you're gonna walk in.
Yeah, I was just letting you finish.
Okay. Yeah, as you step in and everything, the receptionist looks at you and squints and goes, "You must be the guest from the throne. Here, sir, is your key."
I suppose so.
Sapphire, you never
Pick
get
it
a
up and move on.
you never get a billing notice. It appears that the throne is taking care of these accommodations for you.
Okay.
Okay. And you all are going to rest for the night, I assume.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Sapphire just like goes up to her room, slowly opens the door, flops like face first onto her pillow, and just starts crying.
Oh.
Vibes are so bad.
Sapphire's been going through it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and just as a reminder, Sieg has Rhodey's data pad. You've managed to get into it, and there is a singular emergency contact that like has a name. Out of it's not an actual written name, but it has like the description is like in case of emergency or that sort of thing. It's not Rhodey's number. And then there's an emergency, or there's a contact, a physical card that says "If lost, return to" that Sapphire has. And I will let you all choose what to do next when we pick up in 2 weeks. I will be off next week. That's my third Wednesday. So we will pick back up on the 24th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern.
So many times.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you all.
Thank
I'll
you.
He's
leave
gonna
that.
bring so many eggs to his boss in the morning. The only thing he knows. Got eggs at one time.
It's okay. There's probably a full buffet here.
I will be right. I just need to give my outro.
The chefs or cooks in the facility like, why is there a strange small goblin here?
Hi. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a really charged episode, so you have my heartfelt thanks. I also have to say that Aurousa Volume 1 is a production of myself, Elysian, produced under the Paizo Community Use Policy. Aurousa Volume 1 uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's Community Use Policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content, and this show is not endorsed, published, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information on Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. The original characters are the property of their respective players. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be back in 2 weeks on the 24th. Yes, 24th. See you then. Bye!